Welcome to another installment of the WTF podcast. Now, it's been a week, and I was hoping to be able to upload these videos every hump day, but school has other plans for me, and this past weekend it had me reading this book. And it is 500 pages long, and it is entitled, I Would Rather Sleep in Texas. Now, this has got a lot of interesting details, and not only history of Texas, but a history of the world and of the continental United States, and especially of South Texas, and it's extremely relevant to my history. So it was a good read, but it was, like I said, 500 pages long. Oh my God! And I can usually read 200 or 300 pages and still write an essay on the same day, but for some reason I just had the hardest time with this book. It would like throw me a slew of locations and places and names all in one sentence, and I'd have to go back and reread it. I'm like, who was that person and where was this? And so it was tough, but I submitted my assignment, and everything's great. Now I don't have a cool video effects app, but I do have a cool app. It is called the My Weather Radar app. They have a light version, and they also have a pro version. The pro version is going to cost you $1.99, and within it there are in-app purchases. And for instance, the hurricane tracker. Now, some of you guys should know that there is a humongous hurricane out in the Pacific right now, headed towards Mexico. It is Hurricane Patricia. Now, this hurricane is basically like a giant tornado because it's packing 201 mile per hour winds, and it's a category 5. Now, hold on real quick, guys. Let me take off those photos so you guys can see this a little better. Okay. Those photos, basically, you're able to upload photos from your location, just kind of to show the severity of a storm, or just to see what's going on, or video of hail and stuff. So yeah, you can do all those kind of cool things with this app. So you see that blue dot right there? That's kind of where I'm at, kind of on the border of Texas and Mexico. And that green dot over here is like kind of its projected path. Now, as soon as it goes through the mountains of Mexico, it's kind of diffuse the hurricane a little bit, but I'm sure it's still gonna bring a ton of rain. Now, I don't know too much about hurricanes, but the inner walls are the strongest ones, and I really hope that these people in Mexico are able to get out, because this is a dangerous storm. This is not something to joke around with or make, you know, stupid jokes about, because this is serious. Like a category 5 hurricane going inland, like, yeah, it spells a lot of trouble. So hopefully those people are able to get out, and hopefully the mountains in Mexico are able to diffuse and decrease the severity of the storm as it makes landfall and it heads towards the continental United States. Look at me like a weatherman, oh my God. So I'm not sexy like those Mexican weather girls though. But so anyways, yeah guys, the storm tracker is going to cost you like an additional $2 or something, but it's worth it. Like, obviously, it's coming in handy right now. This hurricane is going to make landfall pretty soon, and probably within the next few hours. Hold on guys, hold on, let me see. If you pull back the map, you can see that there is another hurricane out in the Pacific Ocean, and that one's doing all kinds of crazy things. And those little red things are actual earthquake markers. Let me click on the one on the bottom. It'll show you that there was a magnitude 4.5 out off the east coast of Central America. On the top, there's a magnitude 4.8, 114 miles west of Port Hardy, Canada. And yeah, so like if you keep pulling out, you can see the entire world and all the earth. Well, that's kind of like disconcerting there, right? Like, what the hell's going on with all these earthquakes everywhere? It kind of shows you that how many earthquakes are out there. But yeah guys, so this app is pretty cool. My wife loves this app. Every time that you can smell rain coming, she just pulls the My Weather Radar app to see where it's coming from. Oh, and on a side note, do you know that smell when you walk out of work or somewhere and you kind of get that whiff of like, oh my God, it's gonna rain soon? That's actually called petrichor. Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm pronouncing that correctly, but if I'm not, hey guys, let me know. But yeah, petrichor, I think it has something to do with as soon as water hits the dirt or vegetation, like a certain pheromone is released by bacteria or something like that. So that's what it is. Ew. But yeah, so it's called petrichor, and go use it. Go impress somebody. So go petrichor. Okay. So yeah, guys. So check out the app. It is pretty damn sweet, and it'll probably come in useful. Of course, you got at the bottom the ability to share it to Facebook, to have different layers. This is the HD layer. Of course, everything looks a little more pronounced, and it's kind of cool and stuff because HD is amazing. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna go through all the little things on the bottom, but just go check out the app. They have a free version, like I said, and I'm pretty sure you'll find it useful. All right, guys. As far as my scary story for the week, it's not technically a scary story, but it is kind of a weird story. Now, it was submitted by a military man, a Navy man, and it was an instance of missing time. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this. I know I have my personal experience with missing time, and it's kind of weird, but I think this was kind of an extreme case. Let's check it out. Let's get out of here. There's my UFO beer. Hefeweizen. I think I said that right. Okay, anyways. Here we go. In 1987, at the old Navy base Astoria, Oregon, I think, I got finished working and was off at 15:30. As I left the pier, I was walking with a few buddies I worked with. One was a gal, and we had plans to meet at the mess hall. He said meet. MEH, this guy. So they had plans to meet at the mess hall at 7 p.m. for dinner. I went up to my room and sat down, smoked a cigarette, took off my boots. I jumped in the tub and cleaned up. At around 6:25 p.m., I left my room to go to the mess hall. I wanted to get there early and beat the line. Also, I wanted to save a place for my friend. As I was walking, I noted that there was no one out. Oh, this is kind of hard. I think he's trying to say is that there was no one out, and it was odd for a Friday. As I arrived at the mess hall, it was locked and dark, so I thought it was a bit too early, so I headed back to my room. Sat on my knee and smoked another cigarette. Took off my shoes and slipped my slippers on. At that time, it was 6:45 p.m. There was very loud banging on my door. As I got up to go answer it, I heard keys and the residential aide. An older fella I knew really, really well came into my room, demanding to know where I had been. So I explained to him my last few hours, starting from when I got off the tug. He said that I was full of shit. I asked why he was upset and why I was full of shit. He said that it was 6:50 a.m. Monday morning, and that I was missing since Friday evening, and the last anyone had seen of me was when I was crossing the field heading to my dorm room. He also explained that he himself let himself into my room 3 times and searched the whole place looking for me. Not one person on the entire base had seen me, so I had to be full of shit. So I explained to him once more and told him he was full of shit, that I was in my room, and if he had looked for me, that's where I would have been found. That's when the fella that was with him said that he had been with him all 3 times they searched my room, but I was not in it. To this day, I cannot explain the time lost. To me, it was about 3 hours, but in fact, it was closer to 3 days. So I'm at a loss. Any ideas of what could explain this lost time? Would truly love to know. Now, that seems to be an extreme case of missing time. Mine was maybe like 2 hours. But how do you explain 3 days, especially when he doesn't even feel like there's lost time? I mean, to him, like he said, he was going to meet his friend at the mess hall in an hour or two, and he ends up going back to his apartment or dorm room, and it's 3 days later. Like, how does that happen? Unless he fell in a field of grass and nobody saw him, and he was like out cold for 3 days. Like, no, that's very unlikely, very improbable. But I mean, yeah, I can't explain that. And I mean, these kind of things happen to people. I know I have my personal story, and we'll probably get to that sometime later. But missing time is just one of those things. People try to attribute it to some sort of mental condition or something, but I mean, who knows? It's 3 days, guys. How do you go missing for 3 days? And people noticed, you know what I mean? And he didn't know. That's the scary part. Like he was like, "What's going on? What are you talking about?" But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. If somebody has any ideas, just let me know or comment it, or go join my alien abductions page and just comment on his little post there. And so yeah, guys. Now let's get into my poem. Now this one is a little XXX, so if you guys aren't interested, then I would you guys should forward through this for a few minutes. Now I wrote this. Now it's pretty self-explanatory. Why do somebody write XXX stuff? Like I write a lot of this stuff off the cuff, so basically as the moments are going or whatever. So here we go. I will bend you over and devour you for hours. I will start with a kiss on the small of your back and slowly glide down where your scent's not in lack. My tongue will pulse to the sound of your pleasing, and I will not relent until your body starts seizing. And even then, when you beg me to stop, I will not slow down until your body drops. And then when this happens, as you squirm and convulse, I will slowly enter and glide to your pulse. Now, I got 9 likes and 2 comments on that one. I think it deserves more. So, you guys, I mean, what can I say about that? You know, oral sex is great. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that poem. Now I don't exactly have a topic of the day other than, you know, I was trying to get stuff out every hump day, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. I got a midterm due Sunday. I have an essay due on Saturday, and I have to study for some other thing. Like it's just pretty heavy, and along with a full-time work schedule, the time like just flies by, guys. I have no idea where I even find the time. Like I had 20 minutes to work out a little while ago, and I took advantage of that. It's 11:29. I could be at work right now, but I'm not, because I care about you guys more than that damn job that I consider going to every day. So but anyways, guys, I hope you liked this, and remember, if I don't post on hump day, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't follow the rules. I make any day hump day. Friday's hump day, Tuesday's hump day, Wednesday's hump day, Saturday's hump day. In fact, if you're humping on any day, it's a great day. So I hope you guys like this episode, and I will see you guys later.